Hi. So today I'm doing a little reaction video. It's always fun to pop into some new or good information, and I just felt like, hey, I haven't seen this video before. Might give it a try. The title looks really interesting, so let's see what happens. And I'm reacting to the channel called "The Truth Can Change Your Life," and the video is "Everyone Must See This!" exclamation point. The secrets about 144 warriors of light, the Pleiadians. So we'll see what happens. Let's go.
Hello, friends of the truth. The rise of 144,000 warriors of light. The 144,000 light workers and light warriors were mentioned in the Book of Revelation on the Esmeralda tablets by the Ashtar Command, Sanada, Native Americans, and many others. A great call was sent to all light workers in the known universes to come here to help and guide this planet through the process of ascension. They are one of the most mysterious groups mentioned in the Bible. But who are the 144,000? The Revelation book and the Emerald tablets predict the arrival of 144,000 light workers who will save the earth from the dark forces during the Kali Yuga, end of time. Most of the 144,000 lightworkers are now here and in the process of awakening for their divine purpose and mission on Earth.
So, first things first, I really don't like the Ashtar Command Group. I haven't found a single positive thing about them, specifically because it promises, hey, we're going to come over here, we love you, we're the beings of light, and we're going to come and save you. This whole extraction, taking you away and saving you from everything you have ever experienced, and promising hope. Hey, just wait. Don't you do anything, don't worry, it's gonna be all right, we're gonna come and save you. It's like, no. So this thing alone is a bit annoying because a lot of people get misguided. There's a lot of this false hope in the world where a lot of groups can use it to their advantage of control. And it's very easy to use this in situations of where there's a lot of chaos and fear, a lot of unknown, or certain groups fighting with each other. And there's going to be someone with a great promise, like they have some truth in it. It's not going to be 100% lies. It can be 90% truth and 10% of lies, and that is enough. Like just tiny little bit, but it can get you off the hook. And the thing is, with a little story, a lot of people will listen to that and they're like, yeah, like I'm a light worker. I feel like I'm a warrior. I'm here to help. I feel like I can talk to people. I'm here to guide them. I learned so much. I've been through so much, and I've been sharing a lot of things with people, and they get better. They get a better understanding. So, Ashtar commands and Ananda, like they list out, like few names and then connect. Like they're going to give you this message or something, and all of a sudden you're going to like, yeah, I'm a light worker. I'm here to help. And like all of a sudden catch you with a little thing. And so they start getting you with agreement, like relation. Like, yeah, you can like definitely agree to that group. Like, so cool. Like starseed. Fuck yeah, I'm a starseed. Of course I am a starseed. And I'm here to help. And little things like that can get people connecting to the group without really understanding what you're all about. And a lot of times, all of these groups allow, like, okay, not all. There are a lot of groups in the world that will give you information and the feeling like you definitely fit in. You're definitely part of us. And you're like, yeah. And you go for it. And then eventually there's somewhere in it all like, don't you worry. Everything's going to be all right. It's going to be fine. Then don't do anything. You don't have to work on it. We're going to take care of it. Or anything similar like that. But the point is, a lot of people are being stopped. You can't do anything, or you're encouraged to not engage that much and waiting out, or maybe like doing energy work and hoping and praying and meditating on it. Well, gee, if you sit and do nothing, the whole world is not going to change. So a lot of that for me is like I don't know, red flag, what people call it. Like personally, I just wouldn't go for it. I've seen so many groups being controlled and manipulated. Like even that whole QAnon movement with hoping like, hey, like Trump is gonna take over, like it's gonna be fine, like don't worry about it, we're gonna win, it's already in set, and the election is gonna be won, and boom, people were waiting, expecting something's gonna happen, nothing, and a lot of occasions, one after another, in the world where people have this great hope and nothing happens. So for me, like that's one thing. Another part, and I'm hogging the mic here, but it's my channel, so I feel good about it. Not everyone comes here with a purpose to come help and guide everyone. A lot of people can feel like, hey, I don't belong here. I really don't like this place. My family is like weird. I'm the black sheep of the family and all this stuff. I don't want to be here. I don't have a purpose. Don't want to do anything. I just can't wait to get out. People have this wanderlust. Ever since you're born, you're looking up to the sky and like, there's something great beyond there. You're waiting for someone to show up and pick you up, or there's something amazing out there. So a lot of people can get trapped here, through soul traps, through deception, through other things. Somewhere in it all, people agree to come here. Like, let's say you're gonna play a football game or a soccer or a basketball, and you get into it and you like it, and somewhere in it all, like there's a guy pushing you around and you break an ankle or a leg or something, and ouch, it hurts, you didn't like it. You agreed to play the game. You didn't agree to the rest of the stuff, but it's part of your experience. Somewhere in it all, a lot of people agree to eventually come here. Or let's say fourth dimension, fifth dimension, whatever reality, somewhere in it all, like you're like, oh, wow, physical reality. It's pretty amazing. A lot of wars. I would like to engage in a difficult game. Let's say there are games like Minecraft or Roblox or Fortnite and others where people are like, this is fun, this is great. And then there's Souls games where people with zero experience are going to come and play Souls game and get their ass kicked and they're going to cry about it. Well, you agreed to play the game, you got on that hype train, and you got your ass kicked. So don't cry, little bitch. Like you get little of those, but some people are just like, oh, wow, like a lot of people, like workers over there coming here on Earth for the physical reality, and they're here to help and guide. Physical reality, cool. That's the good story. Earth, not necessarily. So I'm not saying that everyone is here trapped in all this stuff. There's a lot of people, a lot of beings coming here to help. They have lots of purposes for helping and teaching and guiding and healing and just shifting consciousness and helping to elevate consciousness and other things like that. That's totally a part of it. But, like, it's a big topic.
Most of the 144,000 are starseeds incarnated from more evolved planets, although some of the 144,000 are advanced native souls on Earth. Ashtar Command. The Ashtar Command predicted that those who ascended on the first wave will have the opportunity to return to Earth in an ascended state, to awaken the rest of humanity to the opportunity for ascension.
Okay, so I'll add another part. Again, like this video is good for certain groups and people. This will be like, yeah, like they can definitely relate to it. For them, it's good information. They're gonna feel empowered. That's cool. Another part is like for me that sets me off a little bit is that it makes it feel really special. And some people hearing that thing and sort of like agreeing to that information, buying it and feeling like, yeah, I'm the one, they get entitled. All of a sudden, I'm an indigo. I am a starseed. I am one of the 144,000 light workers. I'm the Pleiadian. And all of a sudden, they're like, feel too special. And their ego rises a little bit. Like, ego is one thing. But when they stop start talking about like I'm a Pleiadian, I'm an Andromedan, I'm this, and they're constantly pushing this idea without really having an understanding of what it is, no memories of that thing, like, yeah, cool, you just like read it like one little article and you're like, yeah, I feel like I agree with all that, how to describe it, you're a girl. Well, you probably have long hair and you will have boobs and you're gonna have vagina and you're a girl. Like, Okay, yeah, I have that. I have that. Long hair. I'm a girl. Yay! And that's it. And now I can call myself a girl all the time. That's it, so like some people will like read up about like starseeds and Pleiadians and some certain groups and like feel like, yeah, I match the statistics or like little descriptions that someone wrote. That's cool, I am that. But you really don't have a real understanding. Have you ever been in a girl's body? The hormones, the beingness, that's one thing. The whole femininity and the energy of it all, the thinking, the emotions and all, people don't really know about it much, except like for girls that experience it and those that live with them. So it's a thing. But for me, like that's like, hey, I'm special. I'm one of the 144. And all of a sudden, once you start talking about it or feeling entitled and buying that, what about everyone else? Is everyone else here a trash? They don't fit in. They're not the guys. They're not the warriors. They're not the light workers. They're just slaves and sheeps and suppressed people and whatever else. And they're worse than you all of a sudden. There's all like the whole hierarchy. We have the ascended masters and Sananda and Ashtar Command and some great people. And then you're like worker and you're doing stuff and you're one of that limited group and there's only that many of us. Well, let me tell you something. Before ever coming on here, Earth, you have had billions of lives. You've had tons of experiences. As your consciousness goes and you like incarnate into tons of different bodies before Earth, you will be on different planets. You will assume different races, different bodies, different aspects. And with it all, you're a starseed. Everyone here on Earth is a starseed, except for the occasional NPC, maybe, but other than that, everyone here that has consciousness is a starseed. You're not special. You're just like everyone else, average Joe. So for me, like, oh, I'm one of the 144. Like, that's great. Like, no, everyone is part of it. Let's say you don't necessarily have to be a part of that group, a part of the Pleiadian like thing that they're pushing, but everyone had tons of experience before coming here on Earth. You already have that title. Now what? You're still like, a lot of people have the title of the starseed and all the stuff, and they're still messed up. They're not doing that great in life. Where's the guidance now? Do you remember your passives? Can you talk about it? No? Then what's the use of using the fucking title? Like, zero. So anyway, little things like that, they just catch me. I'm like, yeah, so what? So what? Like, it doesn't mean stuff. Like, for me, I see everyone that has consciousness here as God. You don't have to fit into that super group. You don't have to have that the starseed of like the starseed, the Pleiadian, the Andromedan, the Indigo Child title. Like, doesn't matter. You're God. You have assumed all of those identities before. You're all like, you're everything and nothing all at once. So start acting like a god. If you feel like you're here to help, if you feel like you're a warrior and all the stuff, do that stuff. You don't have to wait to find out if you're in that special group or not. Like, hey, start with yourself. And once you fix your own damn life, then you can help everyone else. So anyway, I don't know. It's my little rant, I guess, but we'll see what happens.
The Book of Enoch supports this prediction by speaking of the sudden appearance of 144,000 ascended masters on Earth who will transform the world and reject clouds of darkness and despair.
I don't know if I should give like if I should switch my mindset, like, oh, like they're showing Lithuania. I should be nicer. Like, okay, whatever, man.
Native Americans. The appearance of 144,000 teachers is also predicted in Native American prophecies. In April 1983, the Master of Medicine, Harley Swiftdeer, declared that 144,000 enlightened masters of the Dance of the Sun would fully awaken in the body of their dreams. They will begin to gather in their own feathered snakes or winged serpent wheels, macabre, and will become a great force of light to help the rest of humanity to dance their waking dreams.
Alright, so I'm just gonna add this little thing. You are consciousness. You are awareness. You are God. You can create, you can imagine, you can do everything. So a lot of these titles we have on Earth, one of the 144,000, the Pleiadian, the Ascended Master, the Healer, the Warrior, the Andromedan, like you just put titles. It's like clothes. Your body, let's say, as a metaphor, is God. You are the conscious creator and everything else. Anything else you put on this body is a clothing. So all these titles that, help us to either feel special or like finally relate to certain groups and like feel like, yeah, like that's the thing, I fit into that. It's like garnish. You just cover yourself with that and like, yeah, it's cool, it helps. It's close. So, hey, I'm a Pleiadian. And you put the gloves on and like and I'm on, like, I don't know, like I feel like I'm God or I've been a warrior. You put on shoes and your, like underwear or jeans and other things. Like, cool. Like you dress up with all of these titles and other things that, allow you to fit into certain groups or allow you to sort of relate to them, maybe feel entitled or special. But eventually, when you're naked and you don't have it all, your consciousness, your God, you're everything. You don't need those things to make you better. But let's say assuming the physical human body and human experience, if those things help you to feel better or relate to something, okay, fine. I don't have to bash this like thing too much, but
Book of Revelations. This would also provide an explanation for the 144,000 mentioned in the Book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 7 refers to countless numbers of each nation, dressed in what John regarded as a white robe. This could have been his perception of the light bodies that adorned the crowd, following the trail of 144,000 to ascend the second and third waves of ascension.
Just another little thing to add, the whole ascension, the groups and people, that number to me doesn't really mean anything except for, okay, that group, like pronounces that thing, like, cool, good for you guys. But every one of us here on Earth are in this like harsh times, so to speak. And hey, you're fighting one way or the other for yourself, for maybe helping and supporting others, growing, contributing one way or the other. So like a lot of these things are happening naturally to millions of people. You don't have to feel like, oh yeah, I'm in this group. Fuck yeah, man, this is great. Not necessarily. There like are millions of people, same feelings, same mindset. They're working on it. Another thing, ascension. We're talking about like ascending. Well, what does it mean? You're not gonna fly up and appear on a different Earth. You're not gonna like, oh look, the world around you changes and no more wars and the peace and everything else. That's amazing. It's not like you lifting somewhere up and appearing in a better place. No, it's all here. It's your perception, your consciousness, your awareness. That whole ascension is how much do you understand and how much of the reality do you perceive? And the more you understand, the more you see, the more knowledge you're going to have. And like all of a sudden, all of these things that we talk about, like, oh look, like we're going into the fifth dimension and ascending and seeing more things. Well, yeah, like as consciousness opens up to more things, it's like frequency. If you tune into the right channels, you're going to access different things. And so as your consciousness gets on the higher frequency, you're going to see more things, and all of a sudden it's more available to you. Great. You're not ascending, you're not lifting up somewhere. Your consciousness is right here. You just have a better perception, better understanding. You're not going to get into the better world. But using that better understanding and knowledge, you can definitely work on manifesting and creating things around you. So there's that.
John also said that these were the ones who were purified in the time of great distress, a 7-year period of great tribulation. This would correspond to the natural disasters that were predicted as necessary for the Earth to purify itself from industrial civilization and pollution before its own ascent. Kali Yuga. Earth takes a 360-degree journey through the galaxy every 25,920 years. Each complete cycle is known as yuga. There are 4 parts to yuga. 2 parts, 180 degrees, of ascending consciousness, and 2 parts, 180 degrees, of descending consciousness. This cyclical rise and fall of consciousness on Earth has been occurring since its creation.
Well, actually, you don't need to wait for so long. It's just 4 cycles of humanity. Let's say hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. And weak men create hard times. Currently, we are in the weak men create hard times. But if you see it happens every, like, let's say 50, 60 years, or not even that. Let's say, oh, look, World War II, like a lot of that stuff happened. Hard times, but we got strong men. And then after all that, they built up like our world better, like economically, technologically, it's getting better. So we have strong men creating good times. Cool. And all of a sudden it goes drop again. It happens often. Like, come on, start looking at everything else. It's all around us all the time. You don't have to wait for this special moment in your existence. You're chosen. You're here after 50,000 years of waiting for this special moment to do this great thing and teach others and guide it. We're like, what the fuck, man? Just look up. Tons of memes. Look at that. Anyway, I'm ranting again.
And this explains the rise and fall of the great civilizations on Earth. Kali Yuga is the last quadrant of the descending consciousness within the Yuga. The Earth is now on the edge of the Kali Yuga. The biblical name for Kali Yuga is the end of time. The end of time will not be the end of the earth, but the end of darkness and evil on earth, and the dawn of the 7th golden age of enlightenment.
Again, hard times creating strong men. That's one of the things. But yeah, here's to add, like, the end of the world not happening. World War III not happening. There's a lot of good things going on. A lot of people changing their perspective. They've been suppressed long enough. A lot of things are going in a way where you don't have freedom of speech. You don't have your own choices. You're being suppressed and limited, and you can't fight for your own thing. We're in that stage. So yeah, of course there's going to be resistance. And I'm, freaking glad there are people fighting and doing something about, like, for their freedom and their own rights of choice and everything else. So that's pretty good. Like, and again, a lot of the things depend on your consciousness, what you focus on, and if you take actions. Because a lot of this, let's say, meditation, hope, prayer, without taking any action, will be pretty much useless. If you're just there, like, oh, we're in these great times and all the evil will end, amazing. La 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 la, and you go have your Starbucks coffee and all the stuff, or go to McDonald's and stuff. Like, yeah, that's not gonna help. If you want to be part of it, like, help out other people, connect with them, talk to them, like, word to word, like, it spreads. And, every single bit you can do, whether it is on social media, talking to someone with you, or doing little things like, hey, I'm just going to give a hug to you. You make people feel better. That's your own fight. That's good. But every single thing you do for the betterment, for yourself, for others, is helping. If you're just sitting there waiting for, hey, I'm going to be saved, and a lot of these warriors are doing their thing, amazing. Nothing's going to change. So there's that.
Most of the 144,000 are now in the process of awakening, coming out of their long mental and spiritual hibernation, realizing that they are here to assist in the great transformation of the Earth. Cellular memories of the 144,000 were planned, timed, and activated to leave at this time and awaken to their true identity, mission, and purpose to incarnate on Earth at this crucial time in Earth's history.
I know, I hear this and I just remember David Icke, the interview he had when the first time he had his perceptions and seeing things, getting better, understanding that whole, let's say, Kundalini awakening. He sees things that are beyond most the physical world, and good for him. So he talks about it to public, and they ridicule him. They're laughing at you, David Icke. Yeah, Well, ever since then, we could say that, oh, look, all those 400, 144,000 warriors are like waking up. And this still processing of waking up, like making you feel like, oh, like, look, you're one in the circle and there are people around you who are part of it. And you have to be this warrior group. So it's in the waiting, in the process, like, well, yeah, for 20 years at least, for 50, 40, like as long as like people have been like, look, seems like there are groups that are suppressing certain technologies, not letting use, let's say, water engine, which like Japanese guys and everyone else like were working on it and like, hey, it works. It's like so easy. And no, 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 no. Or like, let's say the first light bulb ever made, still working to this day. So why do we have to buy light bulbs and we have limited stuff? Nikola Tesla, all the amazing advancements. So why did we suppress the technology? Why are we not doing the limitless energy around the world? So a lot of things back then suppress in lots of ways. Medicine wise, like, you have a way like, oh, look, this will help you out, like stem cells. Look up Tony Robbins' Life Force, his new book, where he invited a lot of people who are into science, who are medical doctors, who are like freaking amazing at what they do, who have years of experience, show you how, what normal doctors and normal scientists call incurable, or, oh, you're fucked for the rest of your life. Sorry, you're going to die. And Tony, with his group of people and researchers, are like showing the opposite results. Look up, he even listens to this like Logan Paul interview with Tony Robbins. Look up that stuff. You're gonna hear stories and see evidence. There's like, fuck yeah, man! Like we have this amazing medicine. Well, if that was available to public, we'd be on a whole different note. If graphene was available to public, not in amazing juice that people get when they want to feel special about the little cold they had, but instead, let's say, use it in the computer instead of silicon or other stuff technologically, it would change so much. But we're not allowed. And there's so many things being suppressed from us that, it's not good. Not good. But like people are fighting for that, fighting for their own freedom, fighting for what they think is right, fighting for like, hey, we want the access, we want to know more. And our other things, like the fight has been going on for a very long time. There are millions, hundreds of millions of people in this together, not just 144,000. This, like, in a way, this mindset that there's only 144,000 light warriors and workers makes you feel a bit like, damn, like hard times. Like, where's the rest? Am I like the only one? Is it this, like, we have almost 8 billion people in the world and only that much is like fighting? Is this the resistance? What the fuck, man? We have no chance. Like, this is, I think normal people would like think about it. Like, like sometimes back in the day, I was like 14 years old and like, oh my God, there are groups that are messing with people, pedophiles, other things. Damn, not good. Why isn't one talking about it? And I look for like like-minded people, not there. So it took me a while. I felt like isolated as can be. I felt lonely, and I felt like, why is someone talking about it? There's barely any people. Ever since then, there are hundreds of millions of people aware, fighting, doing something, and not just 100,000. Fuck no.
We arrived and entered the 11th hour of the great change taking place on Earth, and it was time for each and every one of the remaining 144,000 to wipe the dream of half-life from their eyes, hit their foreheads, and undo the dream of materialism. Wake up and dedicate yourself to the titanic task of saving this planet.
Great. One thing that's not being talked about is amnesia, the memory loss we have. Coming here with great goal, like, oh yeah, I'm going to come here and change the world. I'm the light warrior. I'm going to fight. Well, spiritually, everyone that gets here with or without a purpose, with their own free will or without it, a lot of times are going to push them to the situations where like, hey, this isn't right. And naturally, because it is who you are, because consciousness constantly learns and gets better and is naturally growing. It's naturally looking for ways to get better and do things. This is our nature. So you're not freaking special for, oh, I'm in this amazing like 144,000 light warrior group and I am one of those that are waking up and like, yeah, great. Look around. Everyone's doing that as well, one way or the other. A lot of people took amazing magic juice and they were pro it. They were bashing anyone that didn't want this amazing juice. And all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, I don't think this stuff is good for me. Why are they offering another one if I'm sort of dying? Should I take it? Like, so a lot of people, even that took the magic juice, even they're questioning stuff. It doesn't take rocket science for, oh, like Kali Yuga, we're gonna have this amazing thing, and you're gonna go through like hardcore stuff, and you're gonna wake up like, yeah, everyone's doing it naturally. Like memories come back, you're like feeling like things are not right. Earth is a bit like different. Of course, it's gonna happen. You don't have to be in a special group to be in that place.
The sleep masses of the Earth will not save the planet. Only the 144,000 lightworkers can save the planet.
Oh, really? Damn. Only 144,000. I'm sorry. If you're more than that, you're probably fake. I don't know. Why are you waking up? Why are you into spiritual stuff and self-betterment and not into materialistic stuff? Like, come on. To me, it's just silly. Like, a lot of people are waking up naturally. They're like, yeah, like it's natural for a person to do that.
But all 144,000 lightworkers must take their place, and take it now. The time for confusion, hesitation, and procrastination is over. There is a planet to save, and we are the ones who signed up to save you.
If you're not in that number, if you're in the 144,001, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? It's only those special people that can save the planet. Come on. You're a fake. What are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you? Jesus, leave it to the professionals. Really? Oh, fucking really. Like this is so silly to me because like personally, from my perspective, everyone that has consciousness has the God power. You have the God particle. You can create everything. You can do everything. You're freaking powerful. You don't need to be in a special group to save the world. Like, no. It's not the special people that are going to do it. If you're like, oh, well, they're going to take care of it. Like, cool, I'm going to just sit there. Or most people are going to expect that group like to go like, oh, it's only they have the power. Only they can do the special thing. So I'm just going to sit on the couch and watch the world burn. Wonder how long it's going to take for, like special juice to become mandatory and us being tracked and linked to the, Elon Musk's thing and everything else. And I'm just going to wait there and sit around and see how they fix it all. Cool. We're saved. Woo! Don't have to do shit in my entire life anymore. Hope they make my money too, because, saving the world, I'm part of it. Come on. Like, this bullshit. It's I don't know. The channel might be good. People generally like in a way, certain groups are going to feel empowered. They're going to like, yeah, like they're going to like get jacked up and they're going to go fight for it and do their thing. But what kind of fight? How are you going to wake up people? Like walk up to them in the street and like, did you know that there's a special juice and like you're running around like in a marathon trying to tell everyone like that? Like, no, like just one person at a time. Is that going to save the world? There's so many different concepts that are wrong with this picture. I don't know. It's for some it's empowering, but for me it just seems like it's crap. It's making that image again like, look, just sit down, wait, don't worry. There are these special amazing people that only this group can save the world. Like, yeah, the world doesn't need saving. You need the fucking saving. Like, save your fucking ass, because to change this place, a lot of people have this like, oh, I'm here to do something big, this grand goal. And then as they live and as they go in their life, years pass, and this grand goal never happened, but they have to do something big, and that doesn't happen. And soon they're going to start feeling freaking depressed, question their beliefs, feel like shit, give up on their dreams, and like die. Give up on your dreams and die, say like Levi. Cool. Doesn't have to be that way. You are God, each and every one of us. God, you can start taking action and start from yourself. Changing the world is a nice thing to do for some, but start with yourself. Start saving yourself, learning, reading things, going to different perspectives. Like, hey, I'm just sharing my opinion here. It's like, oh, cool. Like, here's what I think about a subject. To you, I might be completely wrong. To you, I might be this, the Dark Lord, the Satanist that's here to stop humanity from getting better and learning because, like, oh, there's only a special group that can do it. And I'm like bashing you, like, oh, well, sorry. Like, I have my own beliefs and opinion about it. Sorry for having my own opinion, too. Like, damn, like, how dare I, right? But I don't know, too limiting and funny, and a lot of people buy that stuff, sadly.
A member who does not find and does not assume its publication may jeopardize the entire mission.
You motherfucker, if you've slept on this train, you're gonna kill us all. So you better get into this group of people and save the fucking world, because I don't think I'm part of it. So I'm gonna wait for you to do it all for me, because, I'm not part of it, and only you are entitled of saving the planet and changing this Kali Yuga. Woo! So the rest of the world, the rest, almost 8 billion people, should feel like shit because you're entitled to it? Fuck yeah, man. Everyone here is God. Everyone can take care of themselves one way or the other. Hard times or, easy times, we have to learn, we have to grow, we have to do a lot of things together, get better ourselves first, and only then start giving and doing things for the others, or like as close as possible. Go get your dog for a walk, talk to your parents, go buy flowers for your grandma. Little things like that will change a lot. But if you're here, grand goal, I'm supposed to save the world, what are you doing about it? You had this hype, yeah, I'm gonna change the world, and then a few days later after this video, you're gonna be in your old clusterfuck of like reality. I don't know. I'm bashing this too much.
If that sounds galactically serious, it is. If you think we are on another routine mission, think again. This is the largest mission that the Great White Brotherhood has undertaken in the past 200,000 years.
Yeah. Another thing I love about this video, it's all generalities. 144 light workers. Who are they specifically? Define them. People that wear white clothes? So if I go to one of the events in Vilnius that has the white dinner and I dress as white and we're just gonna eat and party, am I the light worker now because I was wearing white clothes? Okay, guides and teachers and stuff, and you're gonna spread the word. Mitch, please. In learning you will teach, and in teaching you will learn. Little things like that. A child is a freaking teacher. A parent is a teacher. Everyone around us is a teacher one way or the other. Even the negative experience, even my videos that suck in a lot of ways, I'm like, oh, look, I talk fast, I don't pronunciate things well, I do a lot of things bad. I'm learning from myself. I am the teacher and I'm the student and everything else. So a lot of these definitions, you're here to do something great. You're here to save the world. Enough of the procrastination. Time to take action. What kind of fucking action? What am I supposed to fucking do? Why don't you tell me? Am I like, do I have to write a book? How many people do I have to talk to? And what do I tell them? And like all generalities, like, yeah, well, that doesn't mean shit. And that's the thing with a lot of these like religious groups or groups that are into like, hey, we're here to help. Don't worry. There's a lot of these generalities. They never go straight into the point. They never really explain stuff well, or they overdo it. There are a lot of these magnanimous old words that just, like, yeah, sounds amazing, sounds like you know a lot, and that's about it. Like all of a sudden you don't know the definitions and meanings of certain words. Your consciousness goes kicking looking for it, and the rest of what you're saying is your consciousness is already like bypassing it, like, yeah, whatever. You're going to get snoozy, you're going to get sleepy, you're going to reject most of the information. And so a lot of bad stuff is going to happen. But a lot of these generalities just don't work. So what? Fight? Save the world? Enough with procrastination? Time to take action? Great. Is me eating a donut is going to be it? Because I'm going to support the local, bakery store, and, they're going to be really happy. Maybe there's a light worker there, and if I'm eating donuts, I'm in a massive like fight over here, doing my part. Like, hey, I eat donuts and those guys fight. Amazing. Am I supposed to save world that way? Like, Generalities don't fucking work. It's all over the place. It grabs so many things, and people will interpret it in their own ways. Oh, it's time to fight. It's time to take action. It's time to stop proof procrastination and other things. And however you see that, if you identify yourself with, oh, I'm in this group and I definitely feel like I'm part of it and I'm here to teach and I can relate to that, and your relationship sucks, people around you don't really like listening to you. You go talk and you kind of like are afraid to really be yourself fully. Like, yeah, I'm not perfect. I have tons of mistakes. My videos aren't perfect. I'm just sharing my own personal opinion, and you don't have to agree to it. But at least I'm being authentic and I'm trying to think for myself. And then, even then, I question my own beliefs. Like, yeah, maybe in this video you're gonna say something amazing, and I'm like, oh shit, right? You're right. Fine. And I'm okay with saying, like, hey, I'm wrong. I'm here to learn. So let's do this. Sorry. Like, I'm part of it. But like these people talking generalities that lead nowhere. People are just going to interpret things their own way and just take it, and nothing's going to happen because they're still spinning in their own little circle, in their own comfort zone, never really going to do the thing, the grand thing, the saving planet, like, because they don't even know what the fuck it means.
The eyes of the entire galaxy are upon us, looking to see if we made it or not.
So this amazing white brotherhood in the last 200,000 years wasn't doing shit. They have technologies, they have spaceships, they have amazing advancement and everything else, accessibility to all the knowledge in the multiverse, ability to go talk to a lot of other races and like, hey, let's make a deal. Earth seems to be in trouble. How about you help us out, and we're gonna help you out one way or the other. Why find friends when they are the chosen ones? They're special. And Earth has World War II and World War One, and they have a Spanish flu and they have Corona. It's okay. It doesn't matter. What else are they doing? Oh, they're destroying themselves. Oh, there's a meteorite falling. Oh, look. There's a massacre over there. No, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're special. We're gonna come at certain time only because now there's no need. Oh look. Right now is a good time. Let's go. Let's go. Really? Is it like fucking that? Stupid. To me, it's stupid.
Observing whether the Earth will be saved or destroyed.
The entire galaxy is to see if this white brotherhood with 144,000 of people coming on Earth after 200,000 of years, and finally they're on their own big show. They're gonna save the world, and everyone's gonna raid them because, definitely, there are no other beings out there that would like to help Earth. There are no beings that would come here to help humanity one way or the other. It doesn't matter. They don't have to save the fucking world. They're here to inspire a person and leave a mark, plant the seeds for like learning and teaching and other stuff. No, that doesn't matter. No one is here to save you by their message. No one's coming. That's great. There's only this amazing 144,000 people, and no one else fits. So if you have contact with other aliens, if you're talking to other ETs and beings, if you're getting out of body, if you're working with, I don't know, like Stephen Greer, David Wilcock, Corey Good, and others that actually have been experiencing a lot of great things and have a lot of people that have talked to them, any kind of secret space program, 20 and back, remote viewing, Ubi's play, like all the stuff. Yeah. Bullshit. There's only special people, and no one else can change the world or do anything for it. So if anyone has their own opinion about it, even me, I'm completely in the wrong here. It's all crap from my side because, hey, this group is here to save the world. Only they can do it, and everyone else is watching. They're not gonna join the fight because why? This is an amazing group. They're gonna do their thing.
In the end, light will be victorious. Order of the Light. Love, light, and infinite blessings. Aurora Ray and your Galactic Federation ground crew. Thanks for watching.
A lot of generalities, this empowering message, and that's it. The world's going to be saved because these special people that are still waking up are going to save us. The end. Best thing that has ever happened. Really, you don't have to fight. You don't have to wake up. You don't have to do anything in your life because this amazing people will save the world. Don't worry. That's the fucking message. So sleep. Um, have a lot of hope. Amazing people will save the world. Don't do anything. The casual fucking message of Ashtar Command and other people that are here to don't take action. Everything's gonna be fine. Love and light. We love you. Oh, baby. Bye. Shut the fuck up, man. Everyone here is God. Everyone has to take action. If you want your surroundings to get better, if you want your life to get better, you have to change. If I want my life to get better, I have to change. If I want to make money, I have to go to work. So come on. A lot of these things are just like the usual amazing, loving story, a lot of generalities, a lot of great words, certain concepts without explanations, without direction, without the plan, without strategy, just like, hey, everything's gonna be great. Bye-bye. Doesn't work for me. So yeah, I haven't watched videos of this channel before, but boy, was this disappointing. I don't know, like, or hey, thank you for helping me to express my, I don't know, weird feelings and helping me to rant about it. I don't know. What I would do different, and I'm still working on it because I'm not perfect. My videos suck in a lot of ways, and I'm still learning myself. And I know I am wrong in a lot of ways too. And all I'm sharing is my own opinion and my own experience. And you are totally fine with not agreeing with it and all that. But if I'm here to tell the world that, hey, there's a special group and we're gonna save the world and you're here to do it, at least have a fucking plan. Talk a bit clearer. Like talk about, well, in order to save the world, let's start with this. And to go into, we need to create a group of people that would share information in a way that would be accessible to more people. For example, Joe Dispenza, seems like, he is helping people to get better physically and health-wise. People that have been sitting in the chair like a wheelchair for 25 years are getting up in just a week. Oh my God, what did he do? And so we would just go into understanding the techniques and methods and everything else. Joe Dispenza is working on basing things by science, which is like great for those that are not believers of the spiritual stuff. Recent book of Tony Robbins, Life Force, has a lot of good information on health. Let's work on understanding that and spreading the word, like helping people to understand their physical health and what can they do. Maybe not necessarily going for today's current forced medicine or limited medicine, because there's much more and there's always another way. There's always a better answer, and just go with that. So I don't know. This video was disappointing, but hopefully I was entertaining to you, because that's, I don't know, too crazy, too limiting in the way we're like empowering love and light. We're gonna save the world, and you're not part of it because there's only this limited group that can do it. So you're kind of useless. Go on and sit on your fucking bench, you little rat, you muppet. Oh boy. Anyway. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully I won't be ranting as much. Bye-bye.